Good morning, friends and family at Walnut Gardens. Judy and Jan asked Mom and I to do a little tutorial for all of you if you're going to be building your own Advent wreath at home. Since we're all socially distancing and virtually meeting together in worship, we wanted to be able to have an example given for some Advent wreaths. And so we're going to show you a few options today. And we just happen to be here in the sanctuary of the temple because Mom is asked most years actually to do the Advent decorations for the worship services here in the temple. So we're here to do that and thought why not use all of these wonderful little
Take
options.
advantage of the space.
Yeah, why not? So,
Plus, maybe it'll bless our experience together.
that's right. So we're going to get started right here with some tree limbs
Parts.
and parts.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure that this was very family friendly, non-shopping friendly, and also pocketbook friendly. The idea is to create something to worship with, and a traditional Advent wreath is something that has all kinds of greenery typically. And so these are literally parts off of our Christmas tree.
An artificial Christmas tree.
That's right, a little bottle brush Christmas tree. So it's not fancy or anything like that. But what we're going to do is create something around the central riser for the Christ candle. I'm sure Judy and Jan are going to have all kinds of opportunities to tell you exactly what the different parts of the Advent wreath stand for. And so we won't get into that right now. We're just going to worry about the mechanics of it. And we did want to make sure that hopefully you can find everything around your house that you can put together something without having to go out to Joann's and buy a bunch of stuff. So anyway, here we go.
And if you don't have an extra tree limbs and stuff like that at home from your former Christmas trees, even just getting clippings from the trees outside actually works well as well. Or
It does.
At the tree farms where you pick up a real Christmas tree, they often will have limbs and boughs that you can go and either buy or even sometimes they'll give you for free.
That's right. And at Lowe's, when they trim up their Christmas trees, they often have big piles of these boughs that are fresh that you can certainly use for this type of a thing. Just make sure to always protect your tabletop because I know I've had them get really sappy and don't want to damage a really priceless family artifact, tablecloth or something like that, or a table because your limbs got all sappy on them. I do have a story about that. So while Andrea is working on this, I'll tell you our story. Terry and Andrea and I were sitting on the couch at our house in Spokane, enjoying a lovely Christmas Eve. We had lit our Advent candles for the night. It was Christmas Eve. We were just having a wonderful time, and all of a sudden, Terry's mother, she started going, oh, 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 oh. And we thought she was having a heart attack, but no. The Advent wreath was on fire on our dining room table, in the middle of our dining room table. So if you are planning on using real boughs, I would just warn you to please keep an eye on it and watch it because it literally went up like a Roman candle. It was quite exciting for all of us. So anyway.
So do make sure that they stay a little bit fresh, that they don't get too dry.
You might have to trade them out if your Advent season lasts too
But that's
long.
why we like the fake tree stuff.
That's right.
And you'll notice we're using these little votives.
That's right, these guys. I just happened to pick these up at a sale. I think they were like less than 50 cents a piece. And, my opinion is, why buy 5 when you can buy 15 or 20 or 30? Like when your daughter's getting married and you think you'll need that stuff. So anyway, long story short, we have lots of these, but whatever you have will work just great. Just look at what you have, even if it's like a little... a little cup from your kitchen. Turn it upside down, it'll give you a nice little riser for your candles, and also keep any waxy stuff off of your tablecloth.
So all we have here is some fake Christmas tree boughs, a few little votive, basically little podium stands for the 4 side surrounding candles, a larger podium in the center for the Christ candle, and a little bit larger candle for the Christ candle in the center.
Now, oftentimes, candles for Advent, you'll find purple candles, pink candles, white candles. more or less these days things are a little less traditional, and so if you wanted to go with all white, or if your color scheme is typically blue or whatever, maybe you want to have all blue candles except maybe the Christ candle, which is white. So Andre's right now just taking some little pine cones. You could actually scavenge these from the yard and just bring them and tuck them in around there. Christmas balls are beautiful in there, or anything else. Actually, what do I have here? Oh yeah, I brought some other little flowers that you could definitely tuck in, and that's way too big, so I would take this apart and then just tuck little pieces in and around. But anything you want to do to go ahead and decorate your Advent wreath. You could also write little prayers and tuck in your Advent wreath as well, maybe as part of your family worship during Advent. That might be a thought. So this is our kind of more traditional Advent wreath. Okay.